Former US Secretary of State and 2016 presidential candidate Hillary Clinton has been having her say on the state of liberal democracy in Europe. She says that EU nations need to cap immigration if they're to halt the rise of the populists.
I think Europe needs to get a handle on migration because that is what lit the flame. I admire the very generous and compassionate approaches that were taken. Europe must send a very clear message. We're not going to be able to continue to provide refuge and support.
If Hillary Clinton is correct and immigration is the root of the popularity, the populists, then let's have a look at where those refugees and migrants have come from and why they came to the European Union. Well, the top 3 nations of origin for asylum applicants to the EU since 2014, Syria, Iraq and Afghanistan, all of those countries that have been bombed or in some way destabilised by the United States and their allies in NATO. Currently, one of the main routes into Europe for refugees and migrants is the dangerous Mediterranean Sea crossing from Libya, a nation that was plunged into chaos following the NATO intervention that took place on Mrs. Clinton's watch.
We came, we saw, he died.
Apparently, politicians couldn't have foreseen that people would start fleeing in their thousands, since they were bringing democracy and a new promise for the future.
We are standing with the people of Libya.
Vive Benghazi! Vive la Libye!
And Gaddafi's domination of Libya, so freedom can develop in his country.
And when refugees did start arriving, they told Europeans not to worry.
Those who flee misery, war, political oppression, there we have the responsibility to help.
Slamming the door on every Syrian refugee, that is just not who we are.
The rise of populist parties is also a major concern for those at the very top of the EU tree.
Liberal democracy has never been under such attack since the collapse of the Soviet Union.
It's all well and good for Hillary Clinton and like-minded EU politicians to say that they are concerned about a rise of populism in the EU. But when they say that the way to stop this is to clamp down on refugees and migrants, it comes across as more than just a little bit hypocritical, especially when they had a direct hand in making those people refugees in the first place.
She directly contributed to this rise in populism. It was under her rule, so to speak, under the Obama administration, that Libya was bombed into the Stone Age, as supposedly to promote democracy, and created a failed state, basically as an indirect effect from what she did in office.